So I'm back here, guys, and I'm with my friend Amanda. We're going to show you how to share your Zoom screen so that if you have issues with the software, you'll be able to show us what's happening on your screen, and then maybe we can be of better, well, not maybe, we will be of more help to you. So you're seeing the camera here because I can't record it internally in the computer because it's a Zoom thing. I'm kind of working off the side here of the computer, so just kind of bear with me. What you're seeing down below, just to kind of review what we said earlier, is I have my share screen button here. It's green, and that means it's active, it's ready to go. And just as an aside, many of you already know this, but if you go stage left here, you're going to see we have a mute button where I could mute my voice, which sometimes we need to have happen. And if I ever ask you that you need to turn your video off, you would stop the video here. So if I was going to share my screen, so I'm going to, like, instead of showing you a video or talking to you about X, Y, or Z, I want you to see the software. What I would do is I would come down here, click on share screen. This brings up this window here. And one of the things I want you to remember is for you to share your software with us, it needs to be running. So again, what we're trying to do here is have both our software and our Zoom running on the same computer. So down below here, you see that there is a place that you can tick or untick. It says optimize for video clip and share sound. I would make sure that those are clicked. So this way, the video, when you're showing your software, is optimized for showing. And also, again, if I'm going to be sharing my software, I need to click on this box here. See where it says Embroidery Software? And you see how it turned big and blue there. That's what we want. So once I click on Share My Screen, what's going to happen is now you'll see my software is being shared. And I'm going to ask Amanda, who's our online participant here. Amanda, can you see the embroidery software?
I can.
Good. And then you can kind of see when I'm moving my mouse around, or if I was going to come over here and just say draw something, you can kind of see all of these motions. And if I create the object, here's my little object. And you saw me do that, right, Amanda?
I did.
Perfect. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to say stop sharing. And so now that brings us back so that we can talk about things. I could show you a video, I could do whatever. If you are trying to switch back and forth, like if you notice when I was sharing my screen, Amanda could still hear me because Zoom is running in the background, and that's an important consideration. If, however, you needed to switch between applications on a Windows computer, what you can do is you can click the Windows button, which is on your keyboard. For me, it's right next to the Function and the Alt key on my keyboard, lower left side. And if I click on that, do you see how this brings up my Windows toolbar? And so here I can click on any of my active programs, like this is my active Zoom program. And if I needed to see my active Bernina program, here is my active Bernina program. And so that's how I can, if I needed to literally switch between applications, that's how I would do that. So what I'm going to ask Amanda to do now, because she's like a student in class and she's in essence saying that she's having difficulty creating, say, a square and a circle, I'm going to ask her if she would please share her screen now. And so as you can see, now we have, this is Amanda's interface. And Amanda, in the upper part of your screen, I think you have your Zoom controls.
Yes.
Yes. And so there is a way you can hide your controls. I don't know if we need to do that at this point. That might be something I'll show people if things get in the way. This is not going to really be a big issue because it's way up out of the way. But especially every time like you come near the Zoom controls and it becomes active, you get this big black box that blocks part of the screen. So if you pull your cursor away from that, eventually that folds back up, which would be a good thing. And so one of the things that Amanda is asking me, let's just say hypothetically, that she wants to know how to draw a square on the software. And I'm going to say, Amanda, what I want you to do is go over to the far left of your software where it says Toolbox. And you're going to see there's a lot of different toolboxes there. One of them says Digitize, one says Auto Digitize, one says Edit. And just so people know, I want you to click on the Edit for me, please. Perfect. And you see how that drops down additional options that you only find under the Edit screen. So as you can see, even though I'm not over Amanda's shoulder, I see what she sees and I can direct her where she needs to be. So what I would like you to do, Amanda, is go ahead and click on Edit once again. And that's going to fold that toolbar back up so we can see all the different toolbars that we need. And I'm going to ask you to click on the one that's third from the top, and it's called Digitize. Thank you. And then you're going to see midway there is going to be an icon that says Rectangle. And that rectangle, if you click on it, you'll see how the rectangle tool has now become blue, which means it's active. And when you go back over to your screen, if you left click, so go back into your onto your hoop, yes. And if you left click and drag, yes, and then left click again, you'll see how magically you created a square. And Amanda, I would like you to at this point go ahead and change the color of your square. Let's make it like one of the red colors, like color number 5, please. So you're going to want to press Escape twice. And then, yeah, and then go up to your zoom and say to fit. Perfect job.
Okay.
And would you please, I want you to hit O as in octopus on your keyboard.
Okay.
And what happens when you hit O on the keyboard is you'll see how your selector icon, the blue arrow in the upper left-hand corner of the software, has become active. So that's a really good keyboard shortcut for selecting things. And in fact, if you were drawing several different objects, if you hit O as an ostrich on your keyboard, it'll select the last object you drew. Now with the object selected, what I'll have you do, Amanda, is down on your color bar, color number 5 looks like a winner for me. Go ahead and click on color number 5. And that has magically turned your square into a red square. So I'll ask you at this point, Amanda, you can go ahead and stop sharing your screen. Perfect, thank you, it's a great job. So you can see, guys, that it's definitely possible to share our screens, to work in Zoom. Although Amanda was sharing her screen and we were just seeing her interface, she was able to hear my instructions on how to do what she needed to do. And the benefit, if one student has a question, such as, again, how to draw a square, I guarantee you there'll be 2 others that have that same question, but maybe didn't know they needed that answer. And so it's a great way of learning. Of course, during a pandemic where we can't be together, we go and try new things, ways to find solutions for getting together. And I hope this video has been of some help on how you work with Zoom with embroidery software. So thanks a bunch.